We're going to explain how to fix the module not found error. No module named fcntl error you might encounter when running a Flask application with Gunicorn. This error typically arises because the fcntl module, which is a part of the standard Python library on Linux and macOS systems, isn't available within the Gunicorn worker processes. Gunicorn often runs in a slightly different environment than your local development setup. Here's how to tackle this problem. 1. Understanding the problem. The fcntl module provides functions for manipulating file descriptors. Some libraries, directly or indirectly used by your Flask application, might depend on it. Gunicorn, acting as a WSGI server, might create an environment where this module is unavailable. This commonly occurs when the operating system of your production server differs from your development environment, or when Gunicorn is configured to use a minimal environment for security reasons. 2. Check your operating system. First, confirm the operating system your production server is running on. If it's not Linux or macOS, the fcntl module won't be present in the standard library. In that case, you'll need to find an alternative way to achieve the functionality the dependent library needs, perhaps by using a cross-platform library that offers the same capabilities. If it is Linux or macOS, proceed to the next steps. 3. Verify Python installation. Ensure that Python itself is correctly installed on your server and that it includes the expected standard libraries. Sometimes, a partial or incomplete Python installation can cause this issue. You can confirm this using Python 3, checked C, import fcntl, print fcntl imported successfully from the server's command line. If this command fails, you need to reinstall or repair your Python installation. 4. Check your Gunicorn configuration. Gunicorn might be configured to run in a very restricted environment. If you are using a virtual environment, double-check that it is correctly activated before running Gunicorn. You might need to adjust your Gunicorn configuration to explicitly include the necessary libraries or allow access to a broader set of system modules. Consider using a virtual environment consistently for both development and production to avoid environment inconsistencies. 5. Review your dependencies. The error might not directly stem from your Flask code. Scrutinize your project's dependencies, listed in your requirements.txt file. Certain libraries might rely on fcntl. You can investigate those libraries to understand whether they have alternatives that work without fcntl, or if there's a version compatible with your production environment. Update or replace them if necessary. 6. Containerization, Docker. If you're deploying using Docker, make sure your Docker file correctly installs all required dependencies, including the standard Python libraries. A common mistake is forgetting to explicitly install Python standard library modules inside a Docker container, which can solve environment-related inconsistencies. 7. Debugging with logging. Increase logging verbosity within your Flask application in Gunicorn to identify the exact point where the error occurs. This will pinpoint the library causing the problem and provide context for troubleshooting. 8. Virtual environments are crucial. Always use virtual environments. This prevents conflicts between your project's dependencies and system-level Python installations. It makes your deployment process more predictable and robust. The same virtual environment should ideally be used across development, testing, and production. By following these steps, you should be able to diagnose and resolve the module not found error, no module named fcntl issue, and successfully run your Flask application with Gunicorn on your production server. Remember, consistent environments are key to smoother deployment.